Welcome back to our fall session. So we have a new camera today. That'll be kind of exciting. Our own camera instead of our borrowed camera, which was great. And thank you very much for that, of course. So if you notice any difference in the picture today, please let us know. It's basically the same camera. It's just this one can do a faster frames per second. So hopefully when I go like this, it doesn't blur nearly as much. So at any rate, let's get started.
All right, prepare, salute,
Big family welcome.
Dropping the head and rotating in gentle circles. Pause at the bottom and rotate the other direction. Pause at the bottom, roll the head over to one shoulder, stretch down the opposite arm. Across the front to the other shoulder, stretch. And switch. One more each side. Back to the center. Roll up, turn, look over the shoulder. Other side. Switch. 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 Back to center, rolling the shoulders. And reverse. Good, shoulders forward and back. Rotating the upper body. And reverse. Feet wider, big circles. Other direction. Feet together, small circles. And reverse. Vertical circles. Reverse. Warming the hands. Squeeze. Interlace. Warming up the back. Two fists. Up to the lower back. Down over the hip. Back up. Squeeze. Interlace. One foot out, warming up the knee. And sides of the leg. Back of the leg. Around to the front. Fingers in the ridge of the kneecap. Top and bottom. Bending the kneecap and massaging. Good. Interlace. Warming up the other knee. Sides of the leg. Back of the knee. Back to the front. Fingers in the ridge. Top and bottom. And bend and massage. Good. Feet together. Circles. And reverse. Open, back together. Open, back together. Open, back together. Open, back together. Reverse, back, open together. Back, open together. Back, open together. Back, open together. Touching down the toes, rotating the ankle. And other direction. Pressing the pads. And reverse. Other side. And reverse. We look like dueling Elvises. Pressing the pads. Reverse.
I think you look more like Elvis than I do.
And reverse. Thank you. Stretching the fingers, whole hand, straighten the arm. One at a time. Thumb the other direction. Whole hand, straighten the arm. Other side. One at a time. Whole hand, straighten the arm. Good. Interlace, 1 foot out, ham stretches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. To the shin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And pulling back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, have mercy.
Good reason not to stop doing these. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. To the shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Up a little, then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now your reward. One hand makes a fist. Massage the lower back. And reverse. Making a square across. Down one side. Across. And up. Supporting the lower back, stretching forward. Bend the knees, roll back, forward, back. Last time back. Palm towards the ceiling. Switch. Switch. One more time.
Yes, please. Good. All right, go ahead and get your fan. But seriously, though, don't put your fan too far away because we'll probably bring it out sometime through the course of the session and just have a little fan review. And also those videos are up on that link of previous video links. So if you did want to practice your fan, I'm going to leave those up there for the session so you can access those at any time. But for this session, we're going to go back to our typical through the course of the year program, which is the warm-ups we just did, fundamental exercises, and then we're going to do 8 a little bit differently, 12 and 16. So let's start with our exercises. For those of you that are Tai Chi trivia folks, I have never started our exercises with lesson plan 1 because normally we have new people and there are elements in lesson plan 5 that are important for new people on their first day. But we're not going to have any new people, so we're just going to start from lesson 1 for the very first time ever. It's not really that exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, lesson 1.
So we spent a lot of time this summer working on body relaxation. So let's just try to tap into that real quickly. Shoulders up, down, up, down, up, down. Hold them down, and relax. Good. 1 foot straight, 1 foot at a 45-degree angle. Step forward, shift forward. Roll it up, lock it back. Relax, let it swing. Shrug, lock. Relax, swing. Remember the back leg should not be locked because notice how that tilted my hips when I did that. Keep the back knee just slightly off lock. Shoulder up and relax. When you get to the inside reverse, swing, big shrug. Again, we're trying to get the shoulder up by the cheek. Good, switch feet. 1 foot straight, 1 foot at a 45, step out. Fists on the inside again. Back knee shouldn't be locked. Lock it back, relax, let it swing. When you get to the inside reverse, swing, big shrug. Good. Switch feet again. Make sure you have a little room so you're not going to knock over a lamp, or if you're working with someone, you're not going to knock them out. Exhale. Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good. Switch feet. Again, back knee should not be locked. Good. Arm up, chop. Reverse. Switch. Reverse. Good. Feet wider than hip width. Relax the knees. Turn to the side, shoot the bow. Relax, let them cross. Other side, shoot. Inhale. Relax, let it cross. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One arm across the body, pull in, stretch. Switch. Switch. And switch. Back of the hand on the hips, elbows together. Back, together, back, together. Pull one. Switch. 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 Up and over, pull the elbow. Switch. 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 And roll out the shoulders. Feet wider than hip width. Shift to the side, turn. Shift, turn. Feet medium. Feet hip width. Good. 1 foot straight, 1 foot at the angle. Again, 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Step forward, shift forward. Left hand flat, right hand makes a fist. Grind the wheat. Reverse. Good. Left hand flat, right hand makes a fist. Side, side, shoulder, hip. Side, side, hip, shoulder. 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 One more round. Side, side, shoulder, hip. Side, side, hip, shoulder. Good. Next one. Step forward with 1 foot. So again, we start in our typical pose stance. We're going to, this is the one, let me back up a little bit. I know it's been a little while for all of us. So this is the one where we turn the hips. I'm trying to find a good angle here. So we turn the hips. Oftentimes when we're doing a stepping, we're turning the leg in the hip. This is the one where we turn the hip. So we're going to turn, twisting our weight onto the front leg, half step, lower the heel and turn back and touch the big toe. Let's do that together. Turn, half step, lower the heel, turn, touch the big toe. Turn, half step, turn, touch. Turn, half step, turn, touch. Turn, half step, turn, touch. Good. Scoot back, do it again. Other side, other leg. Turn, half step, turn, touch. 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 Good. We're going to add a kick again, nice low kick. We're doing this, your typical snap kick. So the toes are pulled down a little bit. Think about striking with the top of the foot. Turn, half step, turn, touch, kick. 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 Good. Scoot back, do it again. Switch feet last time. Turn, half step, turn, touch, kick. 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 Good. One hand up, one hand down, pressing up and down evenly as we come up on the toes. Stab and toes switch. Stabbing the toes, both arms back. Good. Next one, to the outside and slowly down. Yeah. Good. Other side. Good. I'm going to go ahead and get a drink of water. Alrighty. So, this summer we played with 8-step and we used it as a meditation by concentrating more on the breathing. So since we don't have any new people, but we do have some folks that are not completely familiar with 8-step, and because I thought that breathing idea was kind of fun and translated across the spectrum of our forms, we're going to do that again. So we're basically going to start at 8-step from the beginning with a little more focus on the breathing than the movements. But, you know, a healthy blend of both. Watch and you'll see exactly what I mean. So, review of the old lesson. When we have our feet together and our shoulders relaxed, we are empty, and we call this position Wu Ji, emptiness. From there, we create Tai Chi by creating will. We will Tai Chi into existence. So we think, I'm going to do Tai Chi, and I raise my left heel, opening to hip width. Shifting to the center, raising both hands to no higher than shoulder height, and then sinking back down. So I actually want it to look kind of like a rolling motion, up and slightly back. So I'm out just slightly, pushing with my knees, and then sinking back down. So when I open, that means when I open, I have a little bit of a bent knee where I can't push and sink. So when we open, make sure we stay down in our stance and push and come up. All right, let's do just the movement first. Open, shift to center, raise, and settle. And again, open, shift to center, raise, and settle. And again, open, shift to center, raise, and settle. So let's look at two ways that we map the breath to this movement. So if I'm doing the movement somewhat fast and I only want to do it with one breath, I would inhale, continuing to inhale, continuing to inhale, and once my hands hit the peak, I begin to exhale. So again, I inhale as soon as I start lifting, inhale, 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 inhale. Actually, I'm exhaling or I wouldn't be talking. And then once I'm at the peak, I exhale. Let's try just that. The one breath version of this movement. Inhale. and exhale. So that can be a little bit tough to time and be able to be inhaling that whole thing. Let's try it again. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. And again, one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, another way we can do this, especially if we want to slow things down and concentrate on our Tai Chi, is to do it with 2 breaths for that one movement. So to do it with 2 breaths, we would inhale as we come up, plant it, exhale as we lower the heel and shift to center. Inhale with the hand raise, and then exhale for the second exhalation. That means we need to slow it down a little bit. So let's do that now. Inhale. Exhale as we put the heel down and shift to center. Inhale. Exhale as the hands settle. Good. Let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So 2 breaths is harder than 1 because we're slowing it down. And that's, that's kind of the cornerstone of the idea of Tai Chi practice. You slow it down so that you have to concentrate on those little details. And ultimately, you're working on perfection, working towards perfection. Perfection is not achievable. But we're working towards perfection. And in doing so, it's a little bit more difficult. A little bit more, actually, let's not say difficult. Let's say challenging. Because then when you get it, it's rewarding. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A few more times with double breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time, opening with 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And that's kind of what we're going to do for 8 step. We're going to go through the whole form like that, piece by piece, but we're going to focus on the breathing as well as the movement, something that we haven't done in the past. And I just thought it would be kind of an interesting twist since we're at a more concentrated and experienced group. So that's how it's going to look. Let's move to 12 step. So for our previous 8 steppers that are now moving to 12 step, we're going to start 12 step from the beginning. So let's start with just the stepping. Now, we just worked on one type of stepping. We're going to work on the usual Tai Chi stepping. So again, that is shift back, turn the foot, shift your weight onto it, and half step through. So we're going in that direction. Not doing the opening first. We're going to go straight into the stepping pattern. So we step out, shift back, turn the foot, shift your weight, and step through. Good. Let's do just that again. Step out, shift back, turn the foot, shift your weight, and step through. Good. One more time to step. Step out, shift back, turn the foot, shift your weight, step through. Good. Now remember the whole idea of the gait. So, and when I say gait, I mean G-A-T-E, not G-A-I-T, how we walk, but like a gait. Like don't come in, Gate. So with the idea of the gate, when we turn the foot to the outside, and that opens the gate so that we can step through. When we want to go backward, close the gate so that we have to turn around and go backwards. So in our stepping pattern, it's still the same process. Forward, back, turn the foot, shift the weight, step through. Forward, back, turn the foot, shift the weight, step through. The only difference is which way am I going? Am I going forward? Foot goes out. If I'm going backwards, foot comes in. In this form, in this section, and it is only true for this form, this section, we're going to the left, turning the foot to the left each time. So that's a little bit easier for a new person to remember that way. Remember, each time we're turning the foot to the left. Let's start again. Forward, back, turn the foot to the left, step through. Now we're going to turn around, shift back, turn the foot to the left, shift, and step. Forward, back, turn the foot, step through. And that's the stepping pattern for this section. Let's do that again. Forward, back, turn the foot, shift your weight, step through. Forward, back, turn the foot, shift your weight, step. Forward, back, turn the foot, shift your weight, step through. Forward. Good. And again. Actually, let's add the opening. Since we just worked opening with 8-step, let's add the opening. One breath. Open. Sink. And then just let the hands go. Step. Shift back. Turn the foot. Step through. Shift back. Turn the foot. Shift. Step through. Shift back. Turn the foot. Shift. Step through. Good. Through. Good. Now, for those of you that may be having a little bit of balance instability during that movement, particularly the step through, where you're probably having an issue is in the second shift. So we are in our forward, we sit back, we turn the foot. Here, we need to have a clear shift of the weight so that the weight's on the front leg before we can step through. And oftentimes, especially when we're moving, we tend to shortchange that particular shift. So that shift needs full shrift. Open, raising, sink. Let the hands drop. Step, forward, shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Forward, back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Forward, shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through, and forward. A couple more times. Open, raising, sink, step, shift back, turn the foot, step through. Shift back, turn the foot, shift, step. Shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Good. A couple more times. Open, raising, sink, step. Forward, shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through, and we're done. One more time. Open, raising, sink, step back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Shift back, turn the foot, shift, step through. Good. So for those of you that are fairly new to 12-step and this stepping pattern, or for those of you that just need the practice, which, we all do, practice that, in a little bit of spare time this week. Because if you have this stepping pattern down pat, learning, adding the hands into it, especially when we get to the turnaround. That becomes so much easier if you don't have to think about the stepping pattern. So run through the stepping pattern once or twice this week if you can. I'm sorry, that's too nice. Run through the stepping pattern once or twice this week, period. Stern, Chloe. Let's do our deep breathing. Reverse and slow down, inhale up, exhale. Side to side, inhale to one side, exhale to the other. Raising arms, inhale up, exhale. Gather, wash over, inhale up, exhale. Pressing palms, inhale open, exhale. Press out and down. One hand high, one hand low. Feel the bottom, feel the top. And relax the hands aside. Good. So we're going to do 16, but for those of you that haven't gotten to 16 yet, let's sign out. Prepare, salute. Thank you, big family. Now, for those of you that have done 16 and want to do 16, we're going to pick up where we left off way back in May. So, from the beginning, open, raising, sink, shift, left hand to right elbow, hook, brush and touch, elbow, elbow, draw in, sit back, make a fist, hook, step, punch, sit back, wipe off, push. Good, just that much. Open, raising, sink, shift, left hand to right elbow, hook, brush and touch, elbow, elbow, draw in, brush knee twisting step, sit back, make a fist, hook, step, punch, sit back, wipe off, push. Good. One more time. Open, raise, sink, shift, left hand to right elbow, hook, brush and touch, elbow, elbow, draw in, brush knee twisting step, sit back, make a fist, hook, step, punch, sit back, wipe off, push. Good. So I know that you and you and you are not raising your hand high enough. Remember, white crane, we want to be able to look at the wrist. So nice high wrist, or nice high hand, because we want the wrist a little bit higher. So oftentimes we want the fingertip in line with the nose. That's our most common height. But in this one, we're going a little bit higher so that the wrist is in line with the eyeballs. Because this is white crane spreads its wings. Remember, I always say, big magnificent bird, white crane spreads its wings. So, sorry, a message popped up, and whenever that happens, I become paranoid that the thing's not working. But everything's good and high. Any rate, big, magnificent crane. Taking it from hook. So we cross over. So our hand is blocking the, no, you can't see that. Who am I kidding? So we're here. When we do the cross, we have the hand at the shoulder and the hand blocking the knee. So we're protecting this lower area, and we're trapping a hand by the shoulder if we need to. So if she were to be punching with that hand, I have the hand trapped, and I have my lift here. So that we want my hand at the shoulder and under, lift. Same thing if she was kicking. Go ahead and kick with that foot. So I'm going to trap and come under. Now the higher I come under, the more likely I am to make her fall on her bum. So again, we want that height, because that height is what allows us to maintain control of our opponent. From hook, block the knee, block the shoulder, shift back, lift, Russian touch. So again, inside of the big toe, touch. Same place. Hook, shift back, lift, Russian touch. Let's work the timing on that a couple times too. Hook. So we make our hook, hand drops. We shift back as we lift, turn, touch as we turn back. Continuing forward. Elbow across, draw in. Russian knee twisting step. Sit back, make a fist. Remember to turn the foot, turn the body. Hook, step on a hooked foot. Foot's turned out. Step, punch. Sit back, wipe off. Push. Good. Yeah, let's just do that much. Opening, raising, sink. Shift, left hand to right elbow. Hook, Russian touch. Elbow, draw in. Russian knee twisting step. Sit back, make a fist. Hook, step, punch. Sit back, wipe off. Push. And we'll work on brush, push next week. But this week I just want to kind of knock the dust off. Open, raising, sink. Left hand to right elbow. Hook, brush and touch. Elbow, draw in. Brush knee twisting step. Sit back, make a fist. Hook, step, punch. Sit back, wipe off. Push. Good. Couple more times. Open, raising, sink. Left hand to right elbow. Hook, brush and touch. Elbow, draw in. Brush knee twisting step. Sit back, make a fist. Hook, step, punch. Sit back, wipe off. Push. One more time for tonight. Open, raising, sink. Left hand to right elbow. Hook, brush and touch. Elbow, draw in. Brush knee twisting step. Sit back, make a fist. Hook, step, punch. Sit back, wipe off. Push. Good. All righty, that's it for tonight. Let's finish up. prepare, salute. Thank you, big family, and we will see you next week.
Good night, folks.